wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess, and let's get in some front page news. Now, last night, Major League Baseball, the Mets won last night, and also the Yankees won 5-2. They both tied the series. Actually, the Yankees lead 1-0. The Jets lost last night. The Buffalo Bills beat them 23-20. No, we're still in the playoffs, not the World Series yet. Both the Mets and the Yankees have to win this. Well, this is the American League Championship Series, so this is right before the World Series. All right. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. I can't hear Charlamagne, but I'm going to go ahead and not get too much into that. I'll let y'all figure that out. So Election Day is about 3 weeks away, and the candidates are out on the campaign trail. Former President Donald Trump, he held a town hall outside of Philadelphia yesterday in Oak, Pennsylvania, where he pledged to bring down interest rates and not tax seniors on certain things. Let's hear more from Trump's town hall.
We had interest rates at 2%, and now they're 10% and you can't get the money. We're not going to forget the older people. By the way, no tax on Social Security benefits for the older people.
So Trump said at 2% there was plenty money for everybody that was under his administration. However, it is important to note that under the Trump administration, those rates also rose 0.5% since the Obama administration. So rates have just been up since then, period. Trump also repeated the drill, baby, drill phrase, saying that we're going to have so much energy. Meanwhile, the Trump campaign also says the man that was arrested outside of the former president's rally in California over the weekend was not attempting to assassinate him. That's according to Fox News. Police say Vim Miller tried to pass a security checkpoint with loaded guns and multiple passports, fake names, and in his vehicle, and then some. Miller, who was released on a $5,000 bail, told the Las Vegas Review-Journal any notion that he was planning to assassinate the former president is, quote, ridiculous. The FBI, Justice Department, and Secret Service have all said Trump was not in any danger at that rally.
But then he had weapons, right?
Yeah, weapons, he had ammunition, all types of things.
So why would you just casually be there with that?
Just chilling.
Yeah, supposedly. And then the other notion is that he was part of the media, but I'm going to go ahead and reject that because what? Mm-hmm. So let's switch gears. I want to provide an update following the aftermath of Hurricane Milton and Helene. They left a trail of devastation in western North Carolina. Crews are still working to restore power in some of the hardest hit areas by Helene after the storm initially left 1 million customers in the dark. Asheville, in particular, was hit hard by the storm after it made landfall 2 weeks ago in Florida, and the cleanup may take years. This comes as President Biden, of course, recently surveyed the damage in Florida and announced $612 million for projects to help the electric grid in the areas affected by Milton and Helene. Also, a North Carolina man, he's facing charges for allegedly threatening FEMA workers. So as a result of that, FEMA has been paused in some areas of North Carolina as they assess those threats. That man he was arrested. So that threat, of course, has been mitigated. And of course, in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis says they're making progress on getting fuel back to every part of the state. DeSantis says the state will help repair ports and other structures. Let's hear more from him.
More and more gas stations, as they get power, also get the fuel. It's not 100%, but they're making good progress. Florida will provide $9.5 million to jumpstart the recovery and help repair the impacted infrastructure.
Yeah, so he said free gas is available at 12 different locations for people impacted by Hurricane Milton. He adds that there are there's 3.5 million homes, of course, that have had their electricity restored with about 97% of the state now operational. So, okay, strides are being made, and there are still about 300,000 customers that still don't have power. So, again, strides are being made, but there's still more work to do. A lot of places say that it could take years for the cleanup regarding Hurricane Milton and Helene. So I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah, salute to, I got family out in Florida, in Tampa, and they were saying that they still don't have power now. And to actually get gas for their generator, they have to drive an hour and a half to get gas. So when they drive that hour and a half, they have to fill up like 7, 8 containers or 9 containers because they really fill it up for the whole block, and they go in together, and they have to always come back and refill it every 2-3 days. So they're saying it's still pretty effed up. They say they don't see any FEMA. They said they don't see FEMA at the local hospitals, and they're going through it right now. So they say just continue to pray, and they're going to continue to, to make sure that the elderly people in the neighborhood are good.
Yeah, well, kudos to them for having community about it. So, yeah, well, I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll check in with Vice President Harris on the other side, or excuse me, at 7 a.m. All
right. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you in a little bit more. Charlamagne, you with us now? I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I think I can hear you. You sound a little, the audio doesn't sound clear, but I can hear you.
Oh.
All right. Well, everybody, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051 if you need to vent. Phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Now, salute to the Yankees and Mets. Both of them won yesterday. The Mets tied the series 1-1. The Yankees lead 1-0. Now, last night on Monday Night Football, the Jets lost to the Buffalo Bills 23-20. Now, what up, Morgan?
Hey. So what's up is that, iHeart landed a really good or really big interview. Vice President Harris will sit down for an interview with Charlamagne the God in an effort to get Black voters out to the polls. Now, the radio interview is set to take place in Detroit, Michigan. Of course, it's a key swing state that Harris would like to see vote Democrat and stay blue. That interview is set for 5 p.m. Eastern, and it will broadcast and stream on 130 iHeart stations nationwide. So make sure you download that iHeart Radio app. Now, Charlamagne, are you excited about that?
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to talking to the VP. For folks who may be new here, like we've been having conversations with the VP for a long time. Like when she was senator, she came to the Breakfast Club in 2018. When she was running for president, she came to the Breakfast Club in 2020. When she was VP, she was on my late night talk show, The God's Honest Truth. So now that she's running to be at the top of the ticket, we sitting down having another conversation. And it's just not even just to get Black people out the vote. Let's not get it twisted. Black women and Black men, we are the number 1 and number 2 voting block for Democrats of all time. This is to get the white people, energized as well, because that's who we really need to show up also.
And people can also submit questions, right?
Yes, you can go to the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. All you have to do is go to the Breakfast Club podcast on the iHeartRadio app, and you tap the mic, record your questions for Kamala Harris, hit send, and you might hear your voice during the conversation today at 5 p.m.
Nice. Okay, so yesterday Harris she held a rally in Erie, Pennsylvania, where she went after former President Donald Trump for his comments on health care. Now, she said that he wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, adding that that would threaten health coverage for 45 million people. Let's hear from Harris in Erie, Pennsylvania.
And he has no plan to replace it. You guys watch the debate. Right. He has, quote, concepts of a plan. I think in our collective opinion, certainly mine, is an unserious man.
So the Democratic presidential nominee went on to say that these consequences of Trump ever being president again are brutally serious. He's an unserious man, but the consequences are brutally serious. Meanwhile, VP Harris sat down for an exclusive interview with Roland Martin, where she said the Biden-Harris administration has done a lot for Black Americans. She spoke about how her policies, in contrast to former President Trump, will impact Black Americans, and she bragged on the work she's done for Black representation. Let's hear from VP Harris with Roland Martin.
Having the lowest Black unemployment in recent history. The work that we have done that has been about investing in Black businesses, the work that we have done that has been about understanding the importance of having representation at every level, including a Black woman on the United States Supreme Court for the first time. Your vote does matter. It is because folks voted that we have capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month, that we are on the path to doing what I intend to do, which is saying that your medical debt cannot be on your credit score.
She went on to say her housing affordability plan will help generations of Black families, saying Black folks have been denied the chance for home ownership due to a number of reasons. She went on to say one of the main drivers is the neighborhoods are being systemically undervalued by real estate appraisers. Part of her plan also includes up to $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. And she also spoke with Roland Martin about Trump's proposal to close the Department of Education, saying that would hurt Black children specifically. Harris would also sit down for an exclusive interview with Fox News soon. The network announced that Brett Baer will interview the presidential candidate. It'll air on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern from Pennsylvania, another key battleground state in this election. It'll be her first sit-down interview with Fox ever. And of course, national polls have shown that a very tight race is between Harris and former President Trump. So she is on a media blitz right now. Also, Joe Rogan, they're supposedly that she is in the works with doing a interview with Joe Rogan, who is like one of the number one podcasters. He has 14 million or something like that followers, and
he's the number one podcast.
Biggest.
And by the way, I love both of those press hits. Those are two press hits that I specifically was saying, she should have did. She definitely should have went on Fox News a long time ago and mixed it up, and she definitely should sit with Joe Rogan. And I do want to salute, man. Y'all should really go look up her plan for her black male agenda, because it's a really good plan. And the only bad part about this plan is that everybody is going to think that this is a reaction to the foolishness that President Obama said last week, but this is not. Like, Kamala, she's been doing that kind of blackmail outreach since day one.
Yeah. All right, well, let's bring things home to New York. Governor Kathy Hochul and Mayor Adams, they marched in yesterday's Columbus Day Parade in New York City. Despite being indicted on federal charges, Mayor Adams remains defiant in his ability to run the city, despite others feeling he should step down. And of course, Governor Kathy Hochul also said in the parade that the parade gives a vote of confidence to Mayor Adams in cleaning house at City Hall. Let's hear the comments from them yesterday at the parade.
If you could show me that input, then we could have that conversation. But if we're just making this up because it sounds good and people didn't expect me to have this ability to continue to run this complex city, that's another thing.
I had asked him to work to bring in new blood and new people to help stabilize the city, calm it all down, and he's doing that.
Yep, he's doing that, and he's going to stay 10 toes down, and he said he's not stepping down, but stepping up. And that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood.
That's what Malik Yoba said, too, back in the day.
Yo, shut up, man.
Remember when Malik?
Shut up. Go ahead, Morgan, finish.
That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. We will also air your interview with the VP tonight. So, of course, download that free iHeartRadio app and visit BINnews.com. Thank y'all.
Do yourself a favor and Google Breakfast Club and Google Malik Yoba saying he's stepping up.
Yo, shut up, man.
September 12th, 2019. Malik Yoba said he's not coming out, but he's stepping up. Salute to Malik Yoba.
I hate you, man. I really hate him. Like, there's no reason.
How does some of this stuff just come to him?
Hey, you got to watch that interview. Salute to Malik Yoba, man. That's the homie.
Salute to Malik Yoba, man.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.